The heart of a lush forest stood an old oak tree, its sturdy branches stretching wide, and its leaves whispering secrets to the wind. This oak was home to a squirrel named Nutmeg, who prided herself on having the most comfortable nest in the forest. Nutmeg had spent years gathering acorns, lining her cozy den with soft moss, and arranging her belongings just so. She was proud of her home and had no interest in sharing it with anyone. One sunny afternoon, as Nutmeg was nibbling on an acorn, she heard a gentle knock at the entrance of her den. Startled, she peeked out and saw a small, timid bunny named Thistle standing at the base of her tree. "Hello, Nutmeg," Thistle said softly. "I was wondering if you could help me. My family and I lost our burrow in the recent storm, and we have nowhere to go. I've heard that your tree is very safe and warm. Could we stay here for a little while?" Nutmeg's eyes narrowed. She had always been a solitary squirrel and didn't like the idea of sharing her perfect home with anyone. "I'm sorry, Thistle, but this tree is my home. I worked hard to make it just right, and I don't have room for anyone else." Thistle's ears drooped. "Oh, I see. Well, we'll have to find another place then." With a sad wave, Thistle hopped away, leaving Nutmeg alone. As the days passed, Nutmeg couldn't help but feel a pang of guilt. The sight of Thistle and her family huddling under a bush in the cold made her heart ache. Yet she still refused to change her mind. One chilly evening, a fierce storm rolled in. Rain lashed against the forest floor, and the wind howled through the trees. Nutmeg watched from her snug den, feeling grateful for her safe shelter. Suddenly, there was a frantic knocking on her door. It was Thistle, drenched and shivering. "Please, Nutmeg," Thistle cried. "Our little ones are so cold, and we have nowhere else to go. Can we please come in just for tonight?" Nutmeg hesitated. She looked at Thistle's pitiful state and the storm raging outside. Her heart softened, and she realized how lonely she had been in her comfortable but empty home. "All right, Thistle," Nutmeg said reluctantly. "You can come in for tonight." Thistle's eyes sparkled with relief, and she quickly brought her family inside. The den was cramped, but there was just enough room for everyone. As the warmth of the fire spread through the cozy den, Nutmeg saw Thistle and her family huddled together, sharing stories and comfort. In that moment, Nutmeg understood something important. It wasn't just about having a comfortable home. It was about sharing warmth and kindness with others. The joy in Thistle's eyes as she thanked Nutmeg made Nutmeg feel a happiness she had never known. When the storm finally passed, Thistle and her family moved to a new burrow they had found. They thanked Nutmeg for her generosity, and Nutmeg waved them off with a smile. From that day on, Nutmeg was different. She began to help others in need, sharing her acorns and offering a